Soon, Molly's freight cars were decorated with the beautiful lanterns. She was taking the cars to the coaling plant for a very important job. Your freight cars look very special now, Puff Thomas. You must go through Abbey Station. Lots of engines will be there to see you. The lanterns on Molly's freight cars twinkled like stars in the night. When Thomas and Molly arrived at Abbey Station, Emily, Percy, and Gordon were waiting. Percy gasped. "Ooh! She looks magnificent," exclaimed Emily. And for the first time since she'd been on Sodor, Molly felt special. But not for long. A strong gust of wind blew one of the tarps into the air. "Oh, no!" gasped Thomas. Now everyone could see there was nothing inside. "Those freight cars are empty," Gordon huffed. "I knew it couldn't be as important as the express." "So there isn't a special?" Percy puffed sadly. Molly felt silly and not very important at all. So she puffed away as fast as she could. Thomas felt very bad. Just then, Sir Topham Hatt called the station master. And the station master came to see Thomas. "There are lots of engines waiting at the coaling plant," the station master said. "They're waiting for Molly's freight cars." "Oh, no," moaned Thomas. "I've got to find Molly quickly." Molly had stopped in a siding. She looked very sad. "I'm sorry I made you look silly," puffed Thomas. "But they are waiting for your empty freight cars at the coaling plant." "But I've nearly run out of coal," moaned Molly. "Don't worry," puffed Thomas. "I can help you get there." So Thomas pushed and Molly pulled. Thomas and Molly worked together. And they arrived at the coaling plant in no time at all. There were lots of engines waiting for them. They all needed the empty freight cars to start their nighttime deliveries. "Your empty freight cars were important after all," puffed Thomas. Molly felt so proud it made her axles tingle. "We need even more freight cars," chuffed Henry. "I'll get them," Molly chuffed cheerfully. "And I'll help," puffed Thomas. Molly filled up with more coal, then Molly and Thomas raced back to the yard. They collected some more empty freight cars, and they puffed quickly away. Gordon was stopped at a junction. His signal had turned to red. "Out of the way," puffed Molly. "Empty freight cars coming through?" "You see," laughed Thomas. "Sometimes empty freight cars are more important than your express." Gordon's face went as red as the signal. And Molly felt more special than special. Percy, Diesel, and James all want to go to the washdown, but Emily is blocking their way. She will have to move before any of them can get there. Who do you think will get to the washdown first? Here comes James, but how will he get Emily to move? He's blowing his whistle at her as loudly as he can. That's not very kind. Emily doesn't move.